Hey guys, what's up? Tor here. Sorry, I'm gonna just do just a smidgen. So I am fresh out of the shower. As you can probably tell, my hair is wet. I'm fresh out of the shower in PJs, getting cozy. Because this is just a let's get cozy, have a slightly more serious talk kind of video. And I just want to talk about how important your mental health is along this weight loss journey. Because I think for everyone there is some sort of strong mental aspect of weight struggles, weight issues. Whether it's because it's something more extreme like abuse, or whether it's something more minor, there is some mental aspect to it, and I really firmly believe that everyone who goes through this kind of weight loss journey really should go to counseling, if not for a long period of time, just a short period of time, or even just a couple of visits, because there's so much that goes into this, and it's such a huge change when you do succeed in losing your weight. It's a huge change. You go from being this person who can't do hardly anything to suddenly you can do whatever it is you want to do, and it's so new and different, and you're learning how to function in this new life and new body, and it's a lot. And if you deal with other things in between there and in the process too, it's a lot there too, like in my case, I lost my mom in there too, so it was a lot. That was a lot for me to deal with. And I did talk to my behaviorist through my bariatric surgeon's office a couple of times since my mom had passed, but not a lot. And over the fall, when things just kind of got crazy and intense, and I kind of just lost control of myself along the way, that was when it was like, okay, I need some little more extra help. I need to see a counselor. And you should never, at first I was so ashamed of being like, I need to see a counselor. Like, to me, that just made me feel like I was some crazy mental case. And I was like, I'm not a crazy mental case. I'm not. Like, I'm a normal functioning person. I don't have any sort of mental diagnoses. I'm not diagnosed with bipolar or depression or anxiety or any, I don't have any official diagnoses of any sort of anything mentally. Even when things were in the past brought up with my doctors, they were like, yeah, there's nothing to really ground any official diagnosis. It's just struggles you're dealing with because of the fact that you're overweight. I've never been diagnosed with everything. Although I've had times where I've been depressed in the past. I've had times where I've struggled with anxiety and stuff in the past. I've never had any official diagnoses, and I still don't have any official diagnoses. So technically I don't have anything that would necessarily ground me needing to have therapy or seek a counselor. But for me, I'm just you know what? I need this. I need to really make sure I'm doing well all around. And that meant mentally too. And since I've been seeing this counselor, I feel so much better about myself mentally, because she's just helped me kind of tackle things that I didn't necessarily tackle when my mom passed away. I think that's kind of the biggest part, is not tackling things that when I lost my mom. Because when I lost my mom, I took time to grieve. I took some time to grieve, but it's my mind got so focused on, I need to take care of my dad and brother. I need to, keep working on my weight loss, and, keep working on my job goals. And I just had myself so focused on all that it's I didn't really take a lot of time to just really mentally deal with it. And I just went to getting myself busy and to getting myself focused on other things to, I think, keep myself off that focus. And in talking with her, and she's been helping me with that, and then from there too, we've been able to find other things that kind of in my past that have, led me to struggle with my weight. And like, there's just a lot of different things that we've been able to hash out together. And it feels good to have somebody that's not so close to me to be able to hash things out with, because they're looking at it from the outside in. They're looking at it from a totally different perspective than anyone that I am close to would be looking at it from. Because, and I've talked with one of my pastors, I should say. I have 3 pastors, and one of them, she's a female, and I'm really good friends with her and really close with her. I've talked with her several times too, and she has been great help for me spiritually, I should say, like mostly spiritually. She's been a good help with me there, but like from the mental aspect, her and I are too close, where I think it just wouldn't work, that it doesn't work as well for me. I mean, it does work nice to talk to her about things, because she keeps things confidential, and she is good. She is a good person for me to talk to from time to time when I need it. And, again, my family members, they are good for me to talk to, but they are looking at it from the aspect of they know me, and they're not looking at it from a different perspective. And so it's like they can't quite help me from the standpoint that I need it. And I don't know exactly how to explain that in any other way, but so that's where my counselor has come in so much in handy, and where I've really appreciated it. And I feel so much better mentally. Like literally probably since, I would say honestly, probably since towards the end of February and on, I've been feeling much, much better mentally, which has also made me to feel better physically. And I've been working on myself spiritually more. I've been reading a devotional called, I read a 21-day devotional called Made to Crave. I highly recommend it. I just found it using the Bible app on my phone. I do believe there is actually an actual like written book too, that you could get from like a Barnes & Noble, or you could probably even find it at like your local like Target or something, or you can maybe find it at a library too. I don't know. You can get it off, if you have like a Nook or something like that too, you can get it on there too, I'm sure. But I highly recommend it, because it really tackles some really great things. And if you guys want, I could do like a video, like videos doing like day 1, day 2 of that 21-day devotional. I could do that just to kind of walk you guys through it. If you're interested in that, let me know. I would love to do that. But there's just so many really good points that it's pointed out, and kind of helped me to keep on track a little bit better with my weight too, and just kind of put it more on God, and let my focus be more on God and less on my weight and stuff. And it's still something I'm working on. I'm not perfect at it by no means. I am nowhere near perfect at it. Trust me, I'm nowhere near perfect in general. No one's perfect. Absolutely nobody's perfect. And I'm definitely nowhere near it. I try hard to be, but I fail at it daily. Like a bazillion times a day, like, because I'm human. We're all human. It happens, we all fail, and it's just a matter of picking yourself back up and trying again and trying to do better. And that's what I'm always striving to do. And going through this kind of weight loss journey is a huge, huge mental thing. And the biggest thing is it's self-discovery. Like, honestly, this year as a whole, I feel like I'm just on a journey of self-discovery. Like, who am I now that, because like I'm pretty much to a point weight-wise where I'm good and I'm content. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot more weight to lose. If any, maybe a few pounds, but not anything significant. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot more weight to lose. So it's like, okay, it's just kind of this having to rediscover myself. Like, who am I now that I'm in this new healthy body and the sky is the limit for me? Who am I since my mom passed away without my mom? Who am I as an adult woman? Because when I lost my mom, I was just starting my adulthood. And so it's like I've had to kind of figure that out without her guidance, whereas everyone else has their mom's guidance for that. And I didn't. And who am I in Christ too, as a woman of God, as an adult woman of God? And who am I in this new body? And I, in general, feel like that's the main thing me and my counselor are always working on, is just figuring out who I am at this point in my life, because there's been so much change, so much that has gone on and happened to me, that it's a matter of me having to just figure that out and figure out how to properly be an adult woman of God and be the person I am in this new body and without my mom around. And I think for everyone, it's a journey of self-discovery. You know, when you go through a weight loss journey like I have, it's figuring out who am I now that I don't have the weight, because you suddenly have this new identity. I mean, some people will be like, yeah, I was always the designated fat friend, and now that I'm not the designated fat friend, who am I? Like, you know, and there's a lot of, I think that's a huge part for a lot of people. And so I definitely want to make sure that along your weight loss journey, you are taking care of yourself mentally. Take care of yourself mentally. Like, it's so important, you know. Even if you don't feel you need a counselor, like, maybe it is you just need to talk to a pastor from time to time. Maybe you do just need to see the behaviorist at your bariatric office once in a while. You know, maybe just finding some, like, self-help books to kind of help you through, I don't know, just do things to really take care of yourself mentally, you know, and take time for yourself. If it just means that you need to take time, like at night, you know, run a hot bubble bath and just relax and sit in a hot bubble bath for a while, do that. If it means just needing to take a nice little walk and, you know, think about things for yourself for a little while, do that. You know, whatever it takes, but take time for yourself mentally too. Not just the physical journey, but also the mental journey, because it is such a huge mental thing. It is. And I want to encourage you to make sure you're doing that, because if you're taking care of yourself mentally, it'll also help you with your weight loss, because a lot of the times mental aspects can be tied to what caused you to eat, because especially if you're an emotional eater or a stress eater like myself, I always was an emotional eater and stress eater. I mean, that's not the only thing that led me to being overweight, but that was a part of it, is I was an emotional eater and stress eater, and I still do have to struggle with that from time to time, because usually when I do start to emotionally eat, I feel it immediately in my gut and I regret it immediately, because that's just the way this surgery works. But I don't emotional eat near as much as I used to, because I tend to think about it a lot more before I start to do it, because I know I'll feel sick and regret it if I do it. But and two, that's a struggle, is just kind of finding, okay, what do I do to deal with my emotions now that I can't just eat it away anymore? So like that's another thing mentally, you know, to work on. So I definitely encourage you just to find ways to take care of yourself mentally. And I honestly think everyone should talk with a counselor, even if it's you just go to a couple of sessions, like you don't continue it. I mean, even just go to 1 or 2 sessions and see how it goes. And if you don't feel like it's going to go anywhere, you can stop going. Like, there's no one making you go. It's a matter of, you know, just give it a try, maybe see how it helps you and that kind of thing, because there is a lot mentally on this journey, and I just encourage you to really take care of yourself mentally, because you are important and you are worth it, and you want to be doing this for you. So you are living, you are making yourself your best you and living your best you possible. And I encourage, and if you're a Christian, definitely use, you know, if you believe in God, like, use God too a lot. That's something I'm trying to learn to do a lot more too, because I definitely think I was letting that part of me slip a little bit in there too. Like, I know that I was letting that part of me slip a little bit too, and that was affecting me too, because my faith has always been very important to me. So, you know, I've been working on that more too and gaining that back. And use your faith too, because it's a huge help. It is. Like, I don't know how I could do this without my faith. I really don't. Like, I don't know how people do it without faith. I don't know, because I definitely use God to be my strength and help me along this journey. He's not doing it for me by any means, but he's just being there for me to help me along the way, just like a family member is there for you to do it along the way. God is there for me too, and is there for you, you know, whether or not you believe he's there for you. And I recommend that Made to Crave book, that 21-day devotional. I highly recommend it. If you want me to walk you guys through it one day at a time in videos, I can. Just let me know in the description below, and I'll do that. But I'm going to end it there. Just take care of you guys. Love yourselves. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will leave those links in the description below. I love you guys so, so much. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.